welcome to another episode of Can We Say That?
Yes.
We took a little break.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck you guys. So,
Yeah.
that's too aggressive.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, motherfuckers.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to this debauchery. How was your guys' Thanksgiving? Was it good?
I had a good Thanksgiving. We did a real adult. Hello, my name's Corey. We did a real adult Thanksgiving.
Did we introduce the show? I'm sorry.
That's hey.
Should we start
they know
over?
where they are.
They
know where they are?
They know where they are.
up.
They know where they clicked.
Adam R, where am I? Adam R, where am I?
Can we say that podcast?
Can we say that studio?
Oh yeah.
Hi-yo.
Oh, it's an upgrade.
It is an
from
upgrade.
the dungeon we were at before.
Small.
Nah,
upgrade.
the other dungeon was just
No,
fine.
it was horrible. The whole time, like the first time we did the studio here, I'm like, why didn't anybody just say, why the fuck are we in this hellhole
That's funny.
when we can be somewhere really nice? I'm like, oh, we're gonna slum it up.
We went through this.
Trying to get street cred.
We went through this. This is a great show. Welcome back. I did the real adult thing. We had people over. Cassie is my wife. Her father, her stepmother, her sister's 3 boys all came over. No problems. Had the boys entertained. They're a religious family. The sister, so they're like they don't like guns and all of that. So you guys got hey, Uncle Corey.
You didn't whip out your guns on them?
I did
show
not.
Show them the AK?
I did not.
Tell them it was a good day?
I didn't even
You
catch
showed
it
him your
until
friend
the rhyme.
Lorenzo.
I didn't catch that
Yeah.
until the rhyme. But yeah, everything went smooth. Her dad fell asleep. It was classic.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, my Thanksgiving was all right. My family ditched me. They all did their own thing, and then I had to spend it with my wife's family, which was not too bad. It was
Nice.
all
It
right.
It wasn't too
went-
bad, huh?
Yeah, it was tolerable.
Nice.
Good.
But yeah, it was all right.
Okay.
No
all right.
arguments.
So I actually hung out
Nope.
with Dom P.
Nice.
On Thanksgiving?
So yeah, because
Oh,
Dom.
nice.
So Dom P usually hangs out with his brother for Thanksgiving, and his brother allegedly caught the COVID,
Oh boy.
but from what I heard, it was a false positive because like they thought he had it, Nick's brother or Dom P's brother, and then like I guess he didn't. So I don't know. Like I don't know. So. Either way, I spent Thanksgiving with them, which was awesome because if we didn't, yo, bro, I was about to have a Capriati's Thanksgiving, dude. About to get a Bobby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I usually, and the
Come
funny thing is,
Bobby.
I usually, I usually cook. I usually don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. I don't know if people know that.
I don't
So,
either.
you don't eat turkey for
No.
Thanksgiving. So, all right, I'm lying. I eat turkey on Thanksgiving, but I don't cook it.
I follow.
So I cook roast duck.
Oh, okay.
Because
You're
despite-
Asian.
Yeah, despite my appearance, I am actually Asian. And so every year my mom would make roast duck and sticky rice. And
Sounds
when
really
she,
good for some
not
reason.
around no more, that's what I want. So I
Yeah.
learned how to
She's
make
just
roast.
not in the state.
No, yeah, she's living with my sister in another
Man.
state. So,
Okay.
so
I stepped into that one pretty brave, but as it came out,
no, you're right. No, you're right.
oh boy.
I mean, like Alzheimer's? No. It's me, Mom. No, but but no. So like the technology's a motherfucker. She video chatted me and showed me how to do it, and I usually do pretty good every year. I forget to put like one thing in every fucking time, but I haven't mastered like trying to make sticky rice. I buy that. I'm not fucking around with that shit. That's too much work.
That's
So,
the real deal.
Yeah, but it's funny because I told my mom like, so I don't even like the roast duck unless we have what's called nam pick, and nam pick is like a hot sauce
Okay.
that goes on it, and I'm telling you, so I make a bowl of this shit like you're gonna bathe in it or something. Like it's huge, and you get like a teaspoonful and put it around the whole thing, your whole plate. But I have a barrel full of this shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? And literally the homeboy, shout out to Gorilla, that fool's the only one he drinks it.
Is it spicy?
It's hot as fuck. Hot as
Spicy
fuck.
tea?
He's like, yo, can I get this to go? And I'm just like, I guess.
I am interested in making Thai food. Every time I go to a Thai place, I like Thai food. I got no problem with the spices. there's a certain flavor that I think all of them have in common, and I'm like, is that something that I can buy at the store, or is it a mixture of things?
No, it's I don't know if it's something. It's got to be something you can buy at the store for sure, but it's also something they're bred with. Because my mom, being
it just smells
ghetto
like
fabulous.
that. It just smells like that. And tastes like
she
that
was
if
just
you're-
like, look, this whole fucking like, I'm not from this country shit.
Yeah.
She been playing that card for a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so
I can relate.
my mom.
I
so,
want to hear that story too.
I remember my mom as a young man. I remember like giving me some like medicine that I didn't want. No, baby, it's Jello. Shit wasn't Jello. You know what I'm saying? Remember the story I told you about my mom like saying like, you know, we say this Thai word and she'd be like, oh okay, then we go say it somewhere else. People are like, what the fuck are you saying, dude? Like, did I tell you about that?
No.
Okay, so like, for instance, like nam means shit.
Yum.
I think
nom
no,
nom.
nom, nom,
7-Eleven.
no, not nom nom. It's specific. Like nam means.
You're
I
too
thought
far.
it meant ice. Nam means take a bath. So
Are you
like
too far?
nam, I thought meant ice for all these years. So I'm like, Mom, can I get some nam? And she knew what we were talking about, so she get us ice.
That's
so I went in
beautiful.
public one day. I'm like, yeah, can I
That's-
get nam? They're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's awesome.
Fake ass Thai motherfucker, dude. And I'm like, Mom, what the fuck, dude? You embarrassed me. She's like, oh,
All these
I knew what you were saying. And I'm like, how the fuck are you just gonna let us go out there like that? You know what I'm saying? And like, this is the type of shit she does. So that applies with cooking. So she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna make spaghetti. So you're like, oh, spaghetti. And you're like, hey, something's weird about, oh, I made it Thai style. Well, you didn't say you were gonna make Thai spaghetti.
funny.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? You
funny.
said you were gonna make spaghetti.
I
You
invited
know what
my
I'm saying?
white friends.
Right. And then the same thing, like
For
she
spaghetti.
would make curry sometimes, and then like you just didn't know which curry you were gonna get.
I've never had curry. Have you?
Curry's
Oh my God, it's
delicious.
the only
I've
thing I
never
get.
had curry.
It's
Every time I go
delicious.
to any Thai, like, all right, so, around the corner from me, there's this Thai restaurant. And
Yeah.
I was talking bad about it because they took over like an old Chinese spot, and then the plates were only like $8 a pop. So I was like, this is all fucking wannabe fucking
Is that this
Chinese
place here where
restaurant
Dairy
food.
Queen used to be?
God damn,
Or-
my mom didn't come in town, and we ordered there, and I was like, this shit is fucking good. I was like, holy shit. And same thing, their hotness only goes up to 5.
Okay. So the
Your
5
boy
is their
did 3,
10.
and I was,
Oh,
good.
boy. Oh, boy.
It makes your nose runny and everything.
Little
Where,
bit.
where
Little
is this
bit.
place?
right by on the corner of right next to the Nevada State Bank on like Craig and Jones.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, up there. Oh, well,
Right next to the
neighborhood
UPS
Walmart.
store.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yep. It's
Huh.
legit, bro.
I didn't know. Okay, good.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I snubbed my nose at that place a lot. Like
Yeah, it's
legit Thai
you
food.
know.
I know
Cassie,
these people.
Cassie was just talking about that recently. You guys ever been on the 95? And it's the Lake Mead exit, and it's right now it's a crab seafood like buffet thing, but it's a restaurant that's right there. If you were on the 95 heading south, you would go right, and if you got off at Lake Mead, you'd be right there at the restaurant. But what she's getting at is, if a restaurant changes names X amount of times within 5 years, as people, we won't have faith in it. Like that place, that
yeah.
location that you're talking about has
Right.
changed names a gang of times.
A gang of times. Well, you know, and not to mention they've all been like
Those kind of
Chinese
places.
foods.
Yeah,
It's all
those
been
little
like
Hawaiian
wannabe China
fusion or
Panda Express type deals, and once again, you know, us Asians, we say, you know, Asian pride, wink wink, when y'all motherfuckers are looking at us, but once again, when y'all ain't looking, I'm like, man, I don't even fuck with them Chinese motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's funny.
Yeah, we used to go to this place called Kung Fu down on Spring.
racist son of a bitch.
I'm
No,
with you.
it's on Spring Mountain and Desert Inn, I think. You
Oh,
been there?
that's
You been there?
legit.
Have you been there for real?
I have no idea.
No.
I thought you were making this shit up.
Oh no, dude.
I
that
seen the
used to be the
movies.
place. That used to be the place, dude. But after a while, it just kind of died. Like the flavor wasn't there anymore. Like
Yeah.
you could
know-
tell everything was
You know what?
microwaved. It wasn't fresh anymore.
I've had a bunch of places that were like legit original spots or whatever, and that's what they made their money on, being that home quality
Yeah.
meal type shit. and then they kind of franchised out a little bit. And well, how do we get profit margins? Well, let's stop buying that Angus beef and get that fucking bullshit beef. And then you're like, hey, I don't know, someplace if for some reason it tastes like dog shit now, and you know, it turned into Roberto's.
You guys like?
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, walked right into that.
You know what, dude?
Yeah,
I just always why I shit on Roberto's is
I
because
used to love Roberto's.
I
man.
fall for the beef burritos and shit all the time.
Yeah.
And every time I'd walk away there with bubble guts, dude. And I should just learn.
yeah,
it's
all
not
fucking-
Roberto's, just don't
Yeah.
get the beef. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
funny.
Like,
No.
but maybe it's changed.
They
It's
gave
been
me
a
the
while.
runs twice already. Like they gave me runs once. I'm like, fuck. All right, I'm gonna give him one more chance. You know. Couple years later, I got runs again. I've never been since. I was like, no, fuck Roberto's.
Roberto's turned into Ponchos, yeah?
I have no idea.
Roberto's is still
Depends
around.
on it depends on which location you're at.
Nice.
Our location, yes.
We got Ponchos.
Yes.
And then there's a
Roberto
Don
with Poncho.
Don Tor-
It's the
Don
same
Tor
fucking.
Tacos right
It's
up
the
the
same
street,
employees.
right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is the
nothing's
same.
changed. The same dude. You're like, hey, is this? I thought you guys went under. Like, yeah, I'm still employed, bro. But
Yeah.
That Dawn place, my grandma, she's sick. Oh, that's another thing. I mean, we'll see if we'll get into it. We've got enough time. We've only been here 11 minutes, folks. Strap in.
What about Pepe's
strap in.
tacos?
Feels
You
like
guys
a
like
whole
Pepe's tacos?
I've never had it.
No.
My grandma got sick.
you know
my
what?
wife said we are gonna start going to places. Went to Don, whatever the new place on Rancho. They didn't even have menus for Cassie, and it was like, you know what I mean? Like it's funny.
Just say what you want, and we'll make it up on
Hey,
the spot.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
you want to hear something funny? I don't know how it is now, but one day when I was working at the other building, the homie came in. So on Bonanza and Las Vegas Boulevard, there's a roach coach,
okay.
and you know normally I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
But the homie came in and brought us in a meal, and god damn it, if it wasn't the best fucking taco plate I've ever had in my life. So your daddy's over there on fucking Bonanza. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Risking it.
And I was dying laughing, dude. This fucking all right, so the homeboy the SA that was making that took my money. So there's a dude in the cart making the food,
Uh-huh.
and there's a dude taking the money.
Okay.
Right? And so there was some homeless dudes trying to like, hey man, you know, this dude was shooting away like pigeons.
That's
I was
great.
dying laughing. I probably shouldn't have been, but he was like,
man.
hey, and I was just like, bro, this is a person. And I'm dying laughing, bro. Like, just like, oh my God, dude, this is really happening right now. This is so fucking funny. And I'm just filling up my little condiments for my hot sauce and shit, dude. And the shit is legit, bro. Like,
You're
it's legit.
just going through life. You're like, this is it. My job is so bad that I gotta be who's
Hidden
a
treasures.
black dude from Fifth Element?
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. But he said it was so much more flair. It was so great, bro. I am that dude. Like, I guess that's being old. Like, if I see some shit go down, I'm like, whoa. Let's see how this works out.
Yeah,
Like,
I like to watch.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
I
a
like
people
to
watcher, bro. I'm
watch,
like,
yeah.
I got a drink right here. I got a
Yeah.
popcorn.
You're saying
You know what I'm saying?
You're
Yeah, I will
saying that.
watch the fuck out of this shit,
Yeah.
dude.
You watched the homeless breakup, didn't you?
Almost.
They kept it
I
together.
no, I turned my
They
neck,
worked
dude.
it out.
I hurt my neck. I was like,
You hurt your neck.
I wasn't sure if I should stop or not. And I was like, I don't know how far this should go because I don't know if I really want to see him whoop her ass. Like, but she's kind of asking for it. But
I
now
am
I feel like a dick
invested.
for it.
But
You know
right?
yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm
Still
just trying to
got
keep it
5
real.
minutes on
but
my break. Like, let's see where this goes.
That's good stuff.
I think I had milk in the car or something. It was a hot day.
Jimmy, you did the duck for Thanksgiving.
I did not this year.
Oh.
Usually I do. This year, no. Negative.
What did you say you did?
I didn't do shit. I went over to Tom P's house.
Oh yes,
and
with
let
his brother.
him and his wife make a great deal.
What does brother do?
Got COVID.
Okay, yes. Is he all right? Is he feeling well?
It turns out
Does
he
he have
doesn't
like-
have COVID.
Does he
he's
have
doing
crazy
good.
symptoms?
It was like a
though?
false negative.
But he has no symptoms himself?
Does he still
I
have
haven't really
taste?
talked to him, but I guess he got a test. It came up positive, and then
Was he there at
Well,
Thanksgiving?
the vaccine is out now.
no. That's why we spent Thanksgiving with Don P because Don P usually goes over to his brother's house.
Oh, okay.
But
I
his
see what you're
brother was
saying
like,
now.
"Hey, just in case we don't want to risk anything, blah
Okay.
blah blah."
Nice.
You know, so like
That's
that's
good.
just
Nice.
the way it's been going around.
Yeah, well, the vaccine is out now, I guess, and they're trying to push it out.
It
It's
already
like-
hit the streets.
I guess it's like 95% effective is what they're saying, which is more than
More
the
than
regular
we
flu.
expected.
Yeah, because the regular flu is only like 67.
96% accuracy rate, and then like the black population of Mexicans gonna
Just-
drop off. It's
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
I told you it's working. It's working.
I told you, Proud Boys.
Some casualties,
Keep your
you
heads
know,
up.
but-
I might be going out, baby, but I got you. I got you. Remember me.
Fucked up, man.
But there's a debate still. Like, I guess healthcare workers are getting it first, but then they're having a debate about whether old people should get it or not. Because,
I heard the debate. Bert Kreischer was hilarious. If it was old
Yeah.
people are Mexicans, he's like, "Oh, give it to the Hispanic." He's like,
Man.
fuck those Mexicans. No, but I guess it's old people and young people.
Yeah.
And
Too
that's
young, like
well,
little.
no, because the young, like from like 18 to 20-year-olds, the ones that are still partying,
Okay.
they're the ones like YOLO, fuck it, I don't believe it, blah
Spreading.
blah blah, and it's spreading, and then the old people are the ones actually like really dying.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Like,
okay.
don't get me wrong. The guys our age are catching it, and some of them are getting fucked up, and some of them are not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I keep telling people, like, this is why it's so scary, because people, they're like, oh, the flu kill. Yeah, the flu does kill people, but we know for the most part what's going to happen.
Yeah,
we know if you get the flu, you're probably going to get this. You get a little fever, you get sick, and come down. The case of this like we don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we
specifically
don't
what's
know
gonna
like
happen?
we don't know what triggers this fucking audible kick. We don't know what triggers the like we can't figure it out. We thought if it was healthy, but it turns out if fucking Olympic athletes are getting it, you don't get much healthier than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fucking.
Yeah.
So we just don't know. You can't say, oh, if I just I work out, I'll be fine. I was going with that route for a while, but apparently that's not true.
Adamar,
Yeah,
what's
so-
your family's vaccine? What do you guys do?
About what? Just like
About-
the flu
what
in
do you-
general?
No, I mean like this pandemic
Just more
season.
time.
You have a kid.
Oh,
You got
my-
a fresh baby somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't go out anywhere. We just stay at home. The most we do is go out to the park. That's
Yeah.
it. And that's just to get the kid out of the house. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And then
That's
I put
away
his
from
face
people.
in dirt, like eat that shit.
Yeah.
Build the immune system
Hell
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than
You
that,
dog your shit, bro. Come here.
we're following protocols as best as we could. I mean, like we have to work. And my wife works in a hospital, so she takes the precautions seriously. She comes home, she showers, she takes off all her clothes before she goes
Whoa,
upstairs.
she
to
showers?
Nice.
Should we do that?
Yes.
So
she does all the
I don't mean
necessary
to cut,
things.
Jimbo interrupt us, but so the gyms are still open here, and I
I
have
was
been
there
going.
today.
Where are you?
Yes.
Okay, so
Adamar?
which you're LV
Lake
LVAC?
Mead.
No, Adamar curls 40 ounces. You don't. You don't
Hell
jam.
yes,
Well, it's not
dog.
a 40, but 12 ounces
Hell
is
yeah.
heavy.
Well,
Dog.
you do multiple reps, you'll be fine. So let me ask you this: so in that gym, is like, are you supposed to clean before and after?
They don't make you clean. The owner.
Of course they don't. Good
So
luck.
so that's the so then the owner, he does a spiel on the video now, and they'll turn the music off and turn him up, and he'll be like, "Yo, dude,
No problem. I got headphones
it's
for
all
that.
whatever."
Does he come on intimidating? Yo, clean the machine when
Nah,
you're done,
nah.
brother.
He does, but he's like 65 pounds. He's like really skinny. He's like, come on, brother.
He comes on and he's like, "Hey, dude, I understand that we're all at the gym, and if you're doing a high intensity workout and you feel like pulling your mask down, please don't. And if you have to pull your mask down, maybe you should rethink your workout just for all of us for what's going on right now." Like he broke down, like, "Hey, you guys see what's happening? Because at the gym, it's a free for all."
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah. Well,
scary
see, it's
thought,
so-
'cause
it's so-
it's a lot of.
That's
heavy
why I laugh,
breathing.
dude, because I'm like, everyone's like, "Hurr." I'm like, well, look, dude, it's only going to work if everyone participates, and good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've met all my friends and put them in the room. They can't order pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking good luck.
Pepperoni, no pineapple.
The point I'm getting at is, dude, like,
Pineapple.
so, like, they'll wear it to get in or whatever, and regardless of political beliefs or whatever, but they'll like, so one of the things before, like, even Arnold got mad at, like, Golds.
Arnie.
Because, yeah, old Arnie. Because when you work out, when you actually, like, bench press or something, they say you can pull your mask off. And it's like, well, that's when you're pushing out and breathing shit out the most. So that's when you want to wear your mask. But then you got all these people, oh, I got restrictions. But I'm like, dude, 2 years ago, the fucking high altitude masks were the big shit, and everybody was fucking wearing them. Now that you have to wear it, I don't want to wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
That is the mentality I go
all
in
right.
with.
So I wear my mask the entire time and don't take it off. But at the gym I'm at, they encourage you to spray the machine before and after.
Okay.
And I do not do that.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
And I look like a
Adam Mark.
scumbag because I come in there straight after work in my alleged street clothes because I got my Dickie work pants on because I came in there to do work, my good chain wallet and a shirt or whatever.
You don't have gym shorts like the rest of us. Is what you're saying.
I
is
have
what you're
Dickie
mocking.
shorts.
Oh, okay. Yes, I follow.
They're work pants. They're work shorts. They say work in the fucking when I bought them. They say work pants.
Sir.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? This dude's going to out squat me because he got basketball shorts.
Sir.
And mine says Dickies, but he's going to out squat me.
Well, are they Jordans, man?
you,
Like they're
man.
popular. They're Nike.
Sir, you have your street attire on. Did you pay your monthly bill?
What did you say your name was?
Oh, man.
Jimbo?
But, and so they yeah, that first and last. So they have little stickers on the equipments, like a yellow and blue that everyone disregards.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can use this one, not that one. And I just play dumb, like I don't even fucking. I'll sit there and look at the dude like if Adam Mar's the guy working there, like he'll look at me, I'll look at him, and just. Right back, and he'll just be like, and he'll just, it's a free-for-all at that gym, too. So what's crazier is this gym lets you carry bags.
While you work out? Like
Yeah.
in the gym? Like you don't have to put them in the locker or
So
nothing?
the LV he goes to, you can't go on the floor with your backpack,
Oh, shit.
gym bag.
That's not it anymore.
Huh?
That's not it anymore. It's
You
like
can do that
yours.
now, right?
You can now because
Because they close the lockers.
Correct.
See?
Okay.
And that's scary as shit.
Yeah.
Everybody with
How's
a fucking
that?
time bomb.
Well, because it's scary as shit. Because these big motherfuckers still carry guns. So they got their guns in the gym
man.
bag, bro. So you got this dude testosterone out, big as shit, and got a gun?
And now you just touched butt cheek to butt cheek.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Literally.
I'm hoping he liked it.
God.
Don't fight the feelings,
God.
sir.
I felt his tense up. He didn't like that.
I know a dude at work. He's probably gonna hate. I hope he's not listening. I don't care. A guy at work. He told me that. So he works out before he goes to work. We go to work late. You know, we work the graveyard shift, and he was in the LV doing his thing. And he saw, you know, it's late, so in the twilight hours, nobody's really there at the gym, and so there's like one other dude, like I fucking him on the floor at the gym or whatever, right? And so I guess like somehow
across
like
the
he went
room.
after he worked out, he went to go take a shower, and the dude like tried to like spring up on him in the shower
Oh,
or something, and he was
no.
like, but he didn't know what to do, so he just hurried up and showered. I just left. It was just like scarred and shit, bro. I was like, well, man, be appreciative that, you know, you're good enough that another sex might want you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Good thing he didn't take it.
I didn't take it.
You might have to revoke your membership. You know what I'm saying?
Come here, sweetness.
And it goes to that how much would you take? How much would it cost?
Oh man.
But yeah, it's funny. I don't know, man.
That's
too much.
Adamar, do you have a subject for me today?
A subject for you?
Yeah.
Like history?
Yeah, I got a history subject. I
failed that one.
One of the
Scaring me.
the longest running sports action.
What do we know about sports?
The longest
WWE.
Running, the longest running. I think he calls it sports action TV show. Tosh.0 just did its last episode
Oh,
on
no.
Comedy Central.
Oh, no.
Last Thursday.
You know what? Now I might finally binge it.
Wait, was it the season finale or was it like
So-
the series finale?
So that's the thing.
Finale.
So you know how he is. He's been playing it like
inspirational.
we didn't get picked up again.
Yeah.
So we got canceled, which could be easily Googled.
Well,
Yeah.
So
okay,
So he's putting it like, hey, this is my last episode on Comedy Central.
It
so
is.
all the whole.
It is.
Alright.
So he's making it seem like he might get picked up. But
no.
I don't know.
Like
So
someone else.
Comedy Central doesn't want to pay the money.
Nice.
And be honest with you, dude, like, fuck. I haven't had a cable box in how long?
Yeah.
I haven't watched so many episodes of Tosh.0 because I don't have,
Yeah.
and it's exclusively on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I got it. I have a friend that the judge that Judge Ned gave me access to YouTube TV.
Oh,
It's on
nice.
there also.
Is it? Okay. I need to check that out because there's a couple things I need to
But
watch.
yeah, it was shocking to see that he was going off air. I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
did he
So
do
like
You know
you
what?
said, you
He
kinda
fucked me
wanna-
up, dude, because like, all right, if you, I only followed like the first like 4 seasons.
Okay.
You know, like hard, all right? So if you watch the very first season, he did some questionably gay shit
Yeah.
and looked at the
he
camera
did.
was like, I swear I'm not gay.
That's great.
Yeah, he did.
And then he got more shit for it, and he's like, well, let me run with this.
Nice.
And then as the years went on, he just started doing more and more questionably gay shit. And because I knew he's not gay, but he would do it because it was funny and pissing people off, I thought that was funny. So then I started doing questionably gay material, and I'm not a comedian at all. So I don't know where, I'm doing this in parking lots and fucking at the bar and shit. So it's really questionable now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just,
I'm
and
just doing
And I think it's even hilarious because I'm like, they're totally in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that dumb or what, dude? Like, I think it's hilarious.
No,
That's great right now.
But I don't want to get TMI.
Yeah, it's
but
good-
being
it's
half
good for
Asian,
us.
I would run with the little dick joke and the big dick joke because either way, it's funny to me. And by the time you find out, it's gonna be over. Like it's gonna be
Nice.
it's gonna be too late.
I like that. I like
but
that.
either way, but Tosh fucked me up because I do think it was funny to say questionably gay jokes after that. And people are like, I'm like, bro, Tosh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Somebody else, I think it was me and Adamar, I chimed in on a conversation. A lot of comedians are like, you got to be a little more politically correct. They're all angry about how politically correct. Daniel Tosh is one of those comedians that never stopped, that never censored
That's
himself.
good.
But he went hard on
And-
everybody.
Yeah, he
yeah,
did.
so
He did.
so he
That's
never got
good.
afraid. He was like, no, this
He's-
is.
I'm just gonna roll with
Double
it.
down.
Yeah.
He took the diva role. I fucking love
Yeah,
it, dude.
dude, me too.
So
I like that.
All right, shout out to the homie Joe Fro. Long time we did a Dumont stint, right? So we were being racist, and so you know the racist joke. Black guys have incredibly big dicks, and they all like, oh, I'm 12 inches, blah blah blah, right?
Racist joke?
That's a racist joke.
We'll wait for 9'8" to get here. But please, sir, continue.
9'8", yeah. He says 9'8" because he's 9 inches long and 8 inches girth. That's ridiculous, bro.
Please continue, sir.
Right. Anyways, so
Tell us your story.
you know, a lot. You know, so we were saying like, a lot of black folks were like, all right, 12 inches. You know, they're always saying 12 inches. So we heard that the average is like 5 inches or something. So clearly we're above average,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
So we said a gentleman's length would be 8.5.
The gentleman's league.
It's a gentleman's length. Me and the homie
Ooh,
Joe.
I need a top
And so
hat.
forever we've been saying like 8.5, and he's like Rubbins Racing. And I don't know where the Rubbins Racing came from, dude. It was hilarious. And so we were all drunk at Dumont, and everybody's passed out. And so we're like, hey, man, go fucking wake people up by rubbing their leg and say, hey, Rubbins Racing. And so, like, yeah, so you're sleeping, and he's rubbing your leg, and he's like, whisper in your ear, hey, man, Rubbins Racing. And you wake up like, what the fuck? What
is happening?
Dude's
Yeah.
touching, get the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the joke, right? So we did it to a couple guys. Like, Joe was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it, man. So we went and did it, and a couple guys, and it worked. And we were laughing, ha, ha, ha. And then we did it to one homie, and he did it, and he woke up. He's like, hey. And he's like, oh. So Joe came running out. When the shit backfires.
Hey.
And then we got locked out. And then,
Holy shit.
but I mean, like, people are like, it's funny when you're not because it's what makes it funnier. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, so I had
I see.
one of the homie, his construction name is Gomer. He'll know. Gil will know who it is. So I brought him to the Double Down one time. You know the Double Down's in the Fruit Loop, right?
Yeah.
Holla.
Oh yeah.
And so apparently there was a drag queen in the corner of the bar or some shit like that. And so the next day I was like, hey, man, where'd you go? He's like, oh, man, drag queen in the corner of the bar, man. So I was laughing like, what'd he say to you? Like, hit on you or what?
Yeah. Did you go like this?
No.
What do you think?
And I was like, he's like, So,
That's fucked up.
I was like, well, why'd you leave? I'm in drag. I'm like, bro, I hate to break it to you, man. You're not really as good looking as you think you are, man. Like,
Great.
I was like, bro, they're not really worried about you, bro. Like, I guarantee you notice him a lot more than he noticed you, bro. Like, calm the fuck down, bro. They're just people. Like,
He didn't even say anything to you. Yeah. You were just like, nah, he wants all this dick.
yeah, right.
I'm getting out of here.
I know I got a sweet ass. I've been doing squats. I'm out this bitch.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Ah,
So, Tosh.0,
love it.
is he going to go to another network? I'd like to see him go to another network.
You know what?
HBO's
He's one of the dudes that never went on a podcast or nothing, dude. He don't do podcasts
Yeah.
or anything. No do interviews.
call.
He might do his
He's
own
awesome, dude.
YouTube channel or something.
I
He
remember
could.
at one point on the show, he was like, he compared himself to Ashton Kutcher and the Punk'd show. And he had the two cameras going. Like every time he turned his head, he was looking at a new camera.
Nice.
And then at one point, he turned his head and he's like, "This is the easiest fucking show in the world. Why would you quit this?" And he looked at another camera. He's like, "I'm gonna do this forever, for as long as I fucking can. I'm gonna be here doing this fucking show." He did it, and so he's giving shout outs. It's the season of mourning, if you know how he rolls. Unfortunately, his other dog passed away.
Oh.
Might be ruining too much. It's all good stuff. He does all good stand-up.
Spoiler
stuff.
alert.
Like, yeah, there is no.
You got marshmallow on your watch?
Yeah, that's what I think. The face of
That's
my
what I
watch.
think it is.
That's what I think it is. I'm pretty
I gotta
sure.
get my nephew to tell me.
That's dubstep right there. I understand. That's dubstep. You got to be a fan to understand.
You heard
that.
of him? He's a good guy.
I forget what I was going at.
I'm
Tosh.0
sorry.
and Tosh.0, great
Hey,
show.
your nephew
Oh,
loves
he's
him.
doing the season of mourning. He's giving shout outs to everybody at Comedy Central that helped him along the way.
Oh, there's like 5 people.
He's going. Well, he's being super.
Super
I don't
generous,
know.
huh?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
And then also,
He is a comedian first, dude, and those comedians have like a weird little pack, man. So like, believe it or not, like if you're a good comedian, that's why like the Todd Glass dude gets that annoying Todd Glass segment.
Todd
And you're like,
Glass.
why is it? He's actually a good comedian, and they try to like. I don't know. The one time I seen him out here, I swear he was drunk, but he said he doesn't get drunk. So it's weird, dude. Like, but I'm like, they say that, but when people come to Vegas, that's like the one time. Well, it is Vegas. So
Yeah,
you know.
they find that excuse anywhere they go, I'm sure. Oh, it's Minneapolis. There's nothing to do here. Let's get drunk. You know, I don't know. I'm sure.
From what I understand, a lot of comedians are alcoholics. Just go ahead and sweep that
That's
up.
the life.
Move to my next topic.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, they're at bars every night, you know, trying to tell jokes. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they get free drinks all night.
Because I like the guy. I like the guy, John Mulaney. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Cassie is the one who introduced him to me, introduced his comedy to me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought her
Didn't he just get
tickets.
fucking YouTube'd or something?
He got
Or
you-
Me Too'd?
Oh, did he?
They all are.
He's been married for a minute.
It wasn't Me Too. YouTubed. It wasn't Me Too'd. It something.
He got into one. He got involved in one.
It
of
wasn't
them,
like a woman thing,
unfortunately.
but it was something like he said and got him like, oh God, you can't say that. And
Oh,
one of those things. And it's like,
Ah.
bro, how am I supposed to be funny if I'm supposed to if I can't?
Okay, I see.
You know,
like we're
it's one
talking
of
about
those
how
things.
Tosh never got
Yeah,
caught
but
up
as a
in it or
comedian,
never
you're supposed
fell.
to
Yeah.
exercise your rights to fucking say whatever you want and try to make whatever you want funny. It could be
Well,
anything bad, but
look,
as long
man.
as you make it funny, it's a joke. People
Well,
laugh.
it's like
you
this
know what
too,
I mean?
man. If you're taking risks, they don't all work out.
Exactly,
you know
but
what
you
I'm
got to
saying?
work
Like,
on it.
So it's kind of like I don't watch baseball or know anything about it, but I guess the Babe Ruth thing, he struck out more than he hit home runs. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it. I'm
But
pretty
when
sure
he hit that
swung
home
at
run, it
every
was
s- at
spectacular.
every pitch,
And that's what
yeah.
you're holding your
Watch
breath for.
Jim Jeffries' new stand-up. He touches on that also. He's like, man, dude, when I went for it and I stuck to the edge, it was a fucking joke, guys. It was a fucking. I wanted it to work too. Okay.
I hate these blank looks.
But
Just
it didn't
open mouth
fucking
looking
work,
at him
and
like,
I got caught up in some Me Too shit. He didn't say that, but that's what he was getting at. Like, I went for it and it fell flat, and fuck you, I wanted it to be funny.
The
Man,
person-
you ever done that in like a group of people? It's like said some shit and people just look at you like, what the fuck? You're
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Every
Insert
day.
foot here
Yeah.
into mouth.
I'm gonna leave now, guys.
No, but the one comedian that could explain everything the way that will make sense is Patrice O'Neal. I don't know if you guys heard of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude,
oh, yeah.
this guy would explain situations and make sense of it, like in a way where you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, I don't know. This
So-
guy
That's
was
what I
a
love.
genius.
That's what I
dude.
love
Unfortunately,
about comedy.
I didn't hear about him until like right before he died. Like
Yeah.
I seen him get lit up on one of the roasts. Amy Schumer pretty much made her career off him.
No, Ben Bailey. I don't know if you know who that is. I think someone else wrote his jokes for the Patrice O'Neal fucking roast, but he was burning him, and everybody on the panel like deep cuts, dude, to where like people were like,
Well, so the thing that was fucked up about it, I don't know if you watched it.
No, I don't know the
So
comedian
Patrice
at all.
O'Neal was actually already diagnosed with a diabetes. Like he was actually dying from diabetes
yeah,
when he did this show.
oh yeah,
Like he was already diagnosed. Like you only have this much time to live
That sucks.
because of your diabetes, and everybody was fucking roasting his ass, dude. And he's like, "Yo,
Nothing
man,
but diabetes
fuck you, man. I'm
jokes and
fucking
shit."
dying." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It
and he
got
literally died
not
like
funny?
within a year. Yeah,
It got
Yeah.
not funny
no,
in the
like,
show.
to me, it felt like not funny and shit. But I heard like different things, like 'cause they do go hard.
yeah.
But it
It's
was
a
just
roast,
like
you
it
know?
just seemed like I don't know, man. Because like he was kind of like the only black dude there. Like
Only
it was
black
one of
dude
those. It was
there?
kind of one of those ones.
That hurts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, and then Amy Schumer at the time was this unheard fucking
Yeah.
Oh,
blonde
she
hair
goes
white girl,
hard,
but she was
too.
unheard of at the time.
Yeah,
Like
I can
after this
imagine.
roast is when Comedy Central was like,
So
hey,
now-
let's give you a show and let's and like she went and like. Apparently, I don't know, allegedly apologized, like, hey, and they're like, no, I was, it's cool, but it's
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah, I follow what you're
but
saying. She was
and so
respectful
like,
about it
so
afterward.
same thing. Like I remember Cat Williams was talking about. That's why I don't do the roast no more because there's a script for it.
I follow.
And so he did the which one? The Flavor Flav roast.
Okay.
Oh man, that
And
was
he did.
a good
you
one
you
too.
seen his
Yeah.
comedy special, right? When he was like, I did the roast with him, and he was like, oh, I fucking seen the script, showed up to the fucking day of the show. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. And he's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck's with all this shit, dude? Crispity nigga this, crispity nigga that.
Yeah.
And Flavor, how you gonna let these motherfuckers? They gonna pay me. You know what I'm saying? They can call me whatever the fuck. They gonna pay me. And he was
That-
like, yo, I never thought I'd learn anything from this fucking dude here. But I just, apparently he's right. They gonna pay me. He said, but
That-
that's why I won't do them no more because they didn't stick to the script. Like this was the script we were supposed to go with, and they
All
kind of
right.
ad-libbed it. And now we're about to film. What are you gonna do? You gonna take this money or not? And it's like,
that
okay. He said, I already
sucks.
spent the motherfucking money. I already fucking
Right?
had no choice but to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we already
But-
paid rent. So. Oh man.
Yeah, bro. And that's the kind of shit. And that's what Dave Chappelle. I don't know if you seen that he got. He
No, I
took,
talked to Dave yesterday.
Yeah, you talked to him.
Yeah.
My man. So I don't know if you heard. He had his Chappelle show was on Netflix.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
yes.
you hear
I
about
watched the
that?
first few episodes.
Okay.
No, I didn't
So
know
what
that. I
happened
didn't.
was he hosted the SNL the night. I guess Biden allegedly won, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
And he was saying
President-elect.
that okay, so Comedy Central sold that to Netflix, and so basically he didn't get a dime out of this thing. He was
Oh.
saying about how his grandfather was a slave, and he got sold less than Dave Chappelle did. And he was saying that Netflix needs to take it down because not only did I not I'm not making any money off this, but I had problems with Comedy Central over this. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
And we
Yeah.
had that's a whole nother
Yeesh.
reason there. And then they're gonna sell it to you, and you're gonna just put it up and not give me no money. So they took it down. I'm sure they're gonna figure something out, but
yeah.
but
Ugh.
I don't know. But that's kind of
Ugh.
reminds me of the Misfits and all this fucking suing and shit like that.
What's he talking about, Adamar?
Mrs. I have no idea.
You don't know what?
What? About the Misfits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about the Misfits,
Oh,
but I
that's
don't know
right.
everything about them. I just
I
know.
sent you. Well, let's plug a better podcast. So if anybody's listening to this, there's a
Whoa.
better podcast called Lost. No Dogs in Space.
No
Who?
Dogs in Space.
Yeah, and
It's a stupid name.
it really is, but it is. It's because the dude's girlfriend. I forgot the name of the song, but she thought that's what it said on the hook was "No Dogs in Space." It doesn't say that at all.
Okay.
And so they break down punk bands. And I
Okay.
sent you guys the link. They did the Ramones.
I saw
and,
that you sent the
Damned and
Ramones.
Misfits
I was
and shit
gonna
like
get
that.
around to it, but I
was
was
really
listening to your mom's house right now.
And
I did
well,
it.
it's just crazy.
You were
'cause
at his mom's house.
And I was listening.
I learned a lot.
It's all I had. Just trying to continue.
Your mom's house is funny.
Fuck yeah, dude. I fucking love
It's
that.
funny. That'll get you in trouble, dude. That's
Robert
one of the
Paul
ones you
Champagne,
can't
dude.
listen to, like, if you don't have headphones. Like, hey, I'll put this on my stereo.
Yeah,
at
you
mom's
don't
house,
want
and
to.
like,
You don't want
you
to.
will get fired.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Especially
you
if
will
they
get fired.
bring on Robert Paul Champagne, dude. Have you seen that guy?
He has no idea what you're talking about, dude.
I do
No,
not.
don't explain it to him. Just look it up. Just look it up. Just look it
Do,
up.
do our listeners
Don't
know
be
what he's
stingy.
talking about? Do our listeners know what he's talking about?
What listeners?
So,
Well, let me go through the list.
Look, you know what? I'll tell you. These goddamn listeners here. I'll tell you what.
I love 'em.
If you look at our social media presence and email presence, we have no fucking listeners.
Oh,
None.
That's my
But then they'll text me like, "Hey, that's fucked up what you said" or something. I'm like, "Hey, man." You know, like we have a social media.
Yeah,
Don't be shy about
contact
fucking.
us there,
you can go
yeah.
ahead and shit on us and fucking on the social platform, bro. Like it's okay. You don't have to text me personally. I forgot what we fucking said.
That's
You know what
great.
I'm saying? So punk ass vegan Jeremy called me out about. Apparently, I don't know shit about guns. I got some. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I do know the push pull thing. I suck at. If I don't have that little woman stance, I can't shoot nobody. That's truth. Calibers and all that shit. I know dick about that.
all right.
But I know I do have some things here and there.
Cassie's first book, my wife, she's an author. She's published. Her first book
We should read a passage on here.
shoots the guys on the cover. He shoots
We
just
should
like
definitely
that.
read that one.
Is
You know
she-
that's Corey.
What's it called? You guys keep talking.
That's Corey for sure. She shot, dude. This motherfucker here. I know.
Is it a book she's writing like
Is it
fictional
a
or fact?
romantic novel?
She wrote it. She wrote a book
Is
when
it
she was
fact
in
or
high
fiction?
Fake stuff. She
Oh, so
made
it's
it up
fiction.
So
when
it's
she was in
fiction.
high school. And
Oh,
then,
what?
Yeah.
It's
And
fact.
she
then.
got it published?
It's nonfiction then.
Yeah, like real deal
So
shit.
it's
So is
real
it- is
shit.
it
Yeah,
like-
so it's not fiction. It's
Yeah.
fact.
Did you see the Dave Chappelle episode? It's like the real sex take one. What's the freakiest thing you ever did? She's like, once I
yeah.
had a game with like 4 guys. He's like, what did you do? He's like, fucking kissed old gangbang over
Nice.
there.
Gangbanging ass over
He
here.
wrote this sexual fantasy thing. No, of course, it's not. It's fiction. Never happened. I hope not, because it's pretty graphic.
And then, so I never even touched on it. After we found out Tosh.0 was getting canceled, I kind of just started watching Ridiculousness like a lot.
Ooh, it's rough.
Ridiculousness, the
Yeah.
show with Rob Dyrdek. You guys don't like that
I
one?
never seen it.
Bless his heart. I like Rob Dyrdek
Yep.
because,
hilarious.
all right, so when I found out about him, I watched the DC video and I thought it was hilarious because he was the first and probably the only fucking skater to actually hire a bodyguard
Yes.
and put him to use.
Yes.
Like, that's fucking funny, dude.
That was,
I don't give a
that's
fuck.
great.
I never thought he was that great of a skater to like stand out. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a better skater than me ever was, whatever. But like, out of all the skaters, I didn't think he was like phenomenal or anything. But the fact that he had a fucking huge security guard that would tackle motherfuckers for telling him not to skate on pole, that was hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious. But legit, he's not a comedian. He's not funny. You know what I'm saying? So like,
not funny.
he's got like a, and then like, even his like he needs some comedian. He's got his friends out there. Chanel West Coast is easy on the eyes, I guess.
Chanel
You know,
West
and then like
Coast. CeeLo something.
the
is the other guy?
DJ, but
Yeah.
it's like
CeeLo something. I forget his
okay,
name.
but it's like. It's a step up above America's Funniest Home Videos.
I like to think that
Oh,
we have a
man.
lot in common with.
I think Bob Saget give him a run for his money.
I think we have a lot in common with Ridiculousness. They have that ad lib moment, that
Saget.
ad lib thing.
That we're all non-comedians.
Here we go.
Oh shit! What are you looking at? More
Oh,
porn?
shit.
Oh, he crashed it.
Oh.
Yeah, that gay porn does that.
Oh.
Gay porn does that.
Said no.
There goes that.
Blue
So there
screen
goes-
and everything, dude.
We'll talk about Cassie's book next time. We'll talk about
No,
what
have
happened with
you
my
read any of the
family.
pages at all, or
That book I've never read.
did she tell you what it was about?
She did not. She's embarrassed of that book.
Oh,
Have you guys ever read a book?
I
have.
I have. I read like
good
2
book?
books.
One.
I read 2 books. I read 1 book about space, and then they made a second one. I read that.
all right,
one.
hold on.
Was
What,
it Ender's Game?
No, it wasn't.
what was the last book you read and when?
Well, comic books don't count, right? I mean,
We've got
If
1
that's
minute.
the
Did
last
we
book
say
you're
we're
doing.
cutting this at 45?
We
No.
just said that. I think he had
Okay.
on camera 1.
I think camera one died.
That's the phone cam. Yeah, looking good.
Adamar's last book he read.
I don't know if that's still recording or not. But
The book that I read was called The Red Planet, which was about going to Mars.
Jimmy.
I would have thought that was about Superman.
That was a book, but comic book wise, I've been reading a lot of old school Captain America comic books
Nice.
from like the 40s
so,
and shit.
So if we're going comic book wise counting, does Audible books count?
Yeah.
Books on
Like you just listen
Tape
to it.
audio. Yeah.
Does that
I'm down
count?
with that.
Yeah, like a
I'm down
podcast.
with it.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
not fair because then you don't get to struggle
You
with
don't.
the big words.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
don't think
struggle
it
with big
counts.
words all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah, I don't think it counts because I don't fall asleep listening to audio really that much. But I fall asleep as soon as I get that page. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Like, what the
Thank
fuck just
you.
happened?
Ick.
Almost
ick.
didn't make this podcast tonight trying to read to my son.
Yeah, you were
All right,
saying
so
that. You did it though.
Funny story. All right,
You got it
I
done.
will say
Get
the
her
last book
done.
I read and what, but so
In a while. He said.
yeah, it
I'll
was
get
a
to
while
that,
ago.
but first.
But so I'm not the best reader, but I'm not bad.
Okay.
But when you read out loud, it's a different ball game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
I've been reading to my
Definitely.
son, and these are not like professor. These are not even like elementary. These are it's Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the cat. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Dude, I'm fucking retarded, bro. I can't fucking read. Like, what is going on, man?
Adamar, you already
In my head, I'm reading, I'm doing tricks and shit, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Like 2
out
pages.
loud, I'm like, today.
Do you remember?
Fuck.
Do you remember what was it in the early 2000s or like late 90s where that guy had an infomercial about reading really fast, just running your fingers through the
Yeah.
page?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It was so whack,
Holy
dude. Supposedly
shit.
you
I
could read a
remember
book
that.
like in 5 minutes or some shit
I
like
thought
that.
it was Braille.
Something about skimming. Like
Yeah,
he's a
like you could only
master
like pick out
skimmer.
like as you like run your fingers through the page, you only pick out like a few words,
Holy
flip this
crap.
page.
I
You
do
remember that?
I
No,
barely
because you know
remember
what? When I
you're
read
talking
the whole thing,
That was
dude,
whack, though.
I
It
remember
turns
being
out
in
it was
class,
fake.
Like, okay, what was the point of what we just read? And like everyone would be like, oh, is this, and this? I'm like, really? Because that's not what I got. I'm like, what'd you get? They're like, that had nothing to do. I'm like, well, that had everything to do with it. Like the way he talked to his person. That's the reason why his fucking dad whooped his ass, because that little attitude part right there. No one picked that up. And they're like, I'm like, all right, I'm the weird one.
Whatever, you guys.
I know. So the last book I read, actually physically read, was called I forgot. Mindset.
Mindset.
It was by a chick named
Mind
Carol
freak.
something. And I'm not gonna lie, the first half of the book, I'm like, this hippie shit, fucking bullshit. And then the rest of the book, I'm like, she's spot on. She's fucking good.
It all comes together now.
I didn't know people thought like that. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so cool. And it's like I was joking around with someone else. I was like, man, you know, I'm supposed to be punk rock and angry and shit, and I fucking hate hippies. And the older I get, the more I'm turning into a hippie.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
No,
Oh man,
you
peace and
can't-
love, bro.
you
Knock
can't
it
do
out,
that.
brother.
I think that's great. A pet peeve of mine is not. I don't know when it started. Is not changing. But Cassie won't eat sushi, and I know that she won't eat it because if you don't eat sushi, you kind of think that it's like a goopy, watery sort of substance.
Hey, what'd you just say?
Really?
Sushi.
I'm just,
Oh, I'm sorry. And then goopy is what I said.
not gooky.
I got it.
I wouldn't say
You don't
that.
but then you get there and you're like, all of this is cooked. It's all hot. It's all ready to go. But it's like one of those things. I used to work with a girl who said, I don't ever eat donuts, pizza, and she said something else that people love, bacon. I hate all of those. And I'm like, you've been saying that for so long that you have to
believe
live
it.
by it now.
You
just
believe it.
have to live by
You
it.
believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one. You know what? It's funny you say that because it was something about putting that bullshit in the universe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, you know, I'll play a drum part, and I'm like, man, I'm really worried about this. Fuck this whole song. I just worried about this one part that I don't want to fuck up. And I don't fuck it up, but I fuck up the other part of the song that I don't fuck up because I'm so worried about this. Because I put it in the universe, hey, don't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And that's and it's that that shit kind of really works, man. Like, same thing I tell people, like, if you're a cigarette smoker, I'm going to quit smoking cigarettes. Don't say it out loud. You're going to put that shit in the universe. And when you if you're not real serious about it, you got one of these assholes, hey, I thought you were quitting smoking cigarettes. Hey, man, fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm that guy. I'm the guy that asked that. I thought you quit smoking.
But put that other shit in the universe, like, nah, man, I'm I'm going to start going to the gym or whatever it is, or, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm not one of those guys that, like, when I haven't seen my friends or hear about them, I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, they're in the gutter. I'm like, yes, I'm doing better than that guy.
Man,
That's fucking,
I follow.
people are like that, man.
I follow.
Like, I don't give a fuck if, like, I know guys that I didn't really get along that great with in high school, or they don't like me now, and they're doing great. And I'm like, I think it's still kind of cheesy how they're fucking doing it, but they're doing good. I'm like, well, good for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started the same starting line, and I'm not a kiss ass, and he got it that way from what I heard, because he's always been that way, but he's got it. If that's what he wanted, he kissed his ass his way and got it. Fucking good for him. You know what I'm saying? I have pride or whatever. Now here I am at the bottom of the barrel. So, I mean, fucking, who won? I don't know. Fucking,
It's the value that we give this information.
It really is, man. I mean,
you're not at the bottom of the barrel, Adamar.
pretty sure I am.
You're at the top.
Oh, yeah, he's talking to Adamar.
No,
Yes.
nobody's at the bottom.
Adamar.
Please.
Nobody's at the bottom, man. I don't think
Fucking
so. I think we all start in the middle.
We all
Somehow.
start
Your
out
reign's
the
over.
same.
We're Biden's
Mushy
in, right?
piles of muscle. Sorry.
My Trump friends are fucking upset still.
Your Trump friends are still angry?
Oh God, I think it's
They
hilarious.
still want that recount, or
Oh,
I don't know.
boy.
I was just laughing because I
We
was
did
like,
the
you know what?
recount.
I honestly
they did.
Hey, motherfuckers are mad at me because I'm like, yo, man, I didn't see anything different. Like
did you see that Pennsylvania guy? He was
before and
like,
after, I'm like, hey, I still go to work. The pandemic's still going on.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Yeah, I
boy.
went to work the same day. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure who won.
I wasn't even sure who won.
Yeah, and I guess what? I'm not gonna bitch because guess what? I didn't vote. So
yeah, I have no say. I
power to
didn't
the
vote.
people.
Yeah.
I just know the machine's too big to fail.
That's funny. That's funny.
yeah.
That's funny. That's a terrible
Mad all you
comment.
want.
That's an awful thing to
I
hear.
know. But here we are.
Oh, man.
38 years I haven't
man.
voted, and we're still going. I don't know.
So that being said, doesn't have anything to do with police or police brutality. I had to go work at a different location, so I was getting off the 15.
He said getting off.
Getting off the 15 at Tropicana,
Juvenile.
doing 65 still, and then got onto the street, you know what I mean, and went around the cars. So the cop clocked me at 65 in a 35. Fucking got behind me.
That's a fat ticket, dude.
Yeah, that's a fat ticket right there. And there's nothing going on
Did
the
you
strip.
when he pulled
He
you
had
over?
me
Did you just like
dead to
officer?
rights.
Officer.
I didn't even.
Black Lives Matter.
So the one thing that I had going for
1, officer.
the one
Do
thing
your boy a solid.
the one thing that I had going for me was I was like, okay, we'll let this Christian radio music keep playing. We'll fill him out, see if that touches his heart. You know what I mean? See if he strikes up some conversation.
Nobody gets their ass whooped to Christian
You
music.
know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I love this song.
Could you turn it down and step out,
Jesus,
please?
guide my Billy Club.
So he comes up.
Jesus, pat that Billy Club.
He comes up and he's like, "You got your everything?" And I was like, "I got my license right here. I got my insurance is digital. I got a picture of it, and I don't got my registration. You don't have your registration? Nah, but it's registered though." I know it's registered. You don't have your registration in your vehicle? I looked straight into the windshield. I said,
There's
no.
2020. Do I need that?
I said, I do not have my registration. This is the first time I've had my driver's everything together to where if you do give me a ticket, I'm going to hand it. It's going to be fine. And I'm 38 years old saying
Motherfucker
that.
thought he was gonna MC Hammer and went too legit.
Yo, dog. Yo, don't fuck with me right now, dog. So he was like, you don't have your registration in your vehicle?
confident as shit.
I looked straight at, hey, dog, confident than a motherfucker. I know, I've been pulled over. I've had all of those tickets multiple
pull you
times.
over.
Me and Jimmy was rolling down the motherfucking Las Vegas.
Allegedly.
Stop laughing. Why you stop laughing? anyways, so
know
I
what he's
looked
talking
into
about.
the windshield and I said, no, I do not have my registration in my vehicle at all, and I'm absolutely positive of it. He sat there for 10 seconds, quiet, looking at me, like I don't even think I think he was trying to make me feel like I'm an asshole because of the way I said it, and then clammed up and just looked straight. And so I just looked straight, and he said, "I'll be back." He went back there. He started clicking away, looking at my license plate. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. So he comes over. He's like,
He wants to see
"This
if
is
you're
where
lying."
you go. This is what you do. Whatever, dude." And so I disrespectfully snatched it out of his hand and I threw it. And when I threw it, I was like, "Well, don't just throw it." And so I threw it into my seat, and I looked straight again, and he sat there quiet again, just looking at me. And I looked straight, and I was like, "This is it." Nervous as a motherfucker, watching my hands shake. I put my foot on the brake and put it into drive and drove off on him. Fuck you, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing this stare down for? You gave me my ticket. It was a fucked up ticket. I didn't even look at it. It was a fucked up. Whatever you did, I didn't argue with you or nothing. But I'm done with
This is my bluff
you,
too.
You don't have your
Well, this
registration.
actually is not a bluff because
You're a fucking idiot. Then?
I'm
Is
union.
that what you mean?
I'm
Man, I gotta
union now,
fucking
and
respect this
I got part of my union is the having a lawyer,
dude. Nice.
and so I'm just like, look, dude, are you giving me a ticket or not?
Yo.
And I try not to say it sound like a dick.
Yo.
But they're like, well, I'm like, no, I'm just asking because I'm not dealing with this.
Dude.
They're like, excuse
that's
me?
funny.
I'm like, I have a lawyer for this.
That's funny.
I'm like, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, whatever it is. Like, you just let me know. I'm gonna give it to them. I'm not
funny.
dealing with this, dude. So I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. Am I getting a ticket? Yes or no?
That
Yes.
motherf-
Give it to me. I'll take it and ride. But then again, I know what I look like. So when I pull over, I got the windows down, hands out the window.
That's
Sir,
great.
I'm reaching for
That's
my
great.
seatbelts.
That's
Again,
great.
repeat, reaching
He had
for the
no.
seatbelt.
We had no interactions beside that backhanded comment. And fucking.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When the police come around, I turn into yes sir, no
You know
sir,
what I
massa.
mean?
Yes sir.
And I was ready to do it, and I think it's because I work with people all day, every day that I'm feeling your energy. I know what I did and didn't do.
We're
and I'm
old
not
now.
mouthy.
It's old. Well, look, I'm like,
not
look, bro.
tough with it.
Yeah.
Same thing with me. I'm like, look, man. I'm fucking 38. Google my fucking record history. I'm the worst criminal ever. Or thug.
I gotta
You know what I'm saying? If there's a 5-star criminal, I'm a half a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna start my criminal career at 38, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Unless I start. But this is when the fucking old white dudes start joining fucking Hell's Angel gangs and shit.
Yeah.
My wife left me. My kids hate me. Fucking joining. Whoa! Those motherfuckers you gotta watch out for. But yeah, me, I'm like, I'm not. That same thing. I'm like, yeah. Let me know. Well, if you don't pay the ticket, yeah, I'll let my lawyer know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not dealing with this shit no more, bro.
I met Jimmy's lawyer once. I went there. I sat there in the corner. I was like, yeah. No, I didn't say that. And then
She's
my
gangster,
ticket-
bro.
my
She'll look
ticket-
at you. She told me straight up. She was like, look, man, I want to win.
Nice.
So, like, if you don't really have a case, I'm not taking this shit. I'm like,
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
That's good and bad.
I hand my ticket to Cassie. She's a paralegal. It's done. Fuck that cop. I got no problem with cops. My
Oh,
dad's
see,
a
that's
cop.
why you got confidence.
Huh?
That's where the confidence comes in.
The what?
The confidence.
Oh, right. That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you really know you didn't do nothing bad. Nothing to deserve an ass whooping.
Nothing to
You know what I'm
deserve
saying? So, like,
make me feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
see-
the thing. You force
Like
me
trying to
into
talk down to you and
You
shit?
talk down to me. And you force me to feel
I
stupid,
see-
and then you always force people into a thank you. Hey, here's your ticket. What do you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck you,
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
You
I'm
faggot?
with you.
That's
I'm
what I
with you.
say.
I'm with you on that, dude.
Motherfucker.
They
Oh,
do
thank you
that
for giving me a
shit
ticket,
all the
fucker.
time.
Yeah, right. Thank
was
you.
like,
to
yeah,
that.
whatever,
I
man.
And I know the whole Black Lives Matter and any Trumper that's listening to me, whatever, dude. Being a cop, you have a job where you are in power. And sooner or later, you're going to lose grasp of reality, just like any
And
celebrity.
they get
you
drunk
hate.
with it. They get drunk with that
and
power.
it just happens. It just happens.
You know
I
what?
understand it, but at a certain time, when we're saying police people, there's communication skills. Like, why don't I have to go to sensitivity training? That's a waste of my time.
Check this out, though.
Hey, motherfucker, treat a person
I will
like a
say,
person.
on
Exactly.
behalf of our whatever, amongst the protests, I got pulled over going like 80 or 90 on the freeway going to work, and I worked the graveyard shift. And so, dude lit me up, surprised the fuck out of me because I did not see this motherfucker. And lit me up. I pulled over, and he came out, and I rolled the window down, did the whole spiel, and had my thing down. And I was like, he was like, hey, I was like, you got me. I'm not even gonna fight this, bro. Like, you got me. Like, you surprised me with the lights and everything. I didn't even see you, bro. Like, you snuck up on like the Matrix, motherfucker. You got me. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, any drugs or alcohol in here? I'm like, no, dude. I'm going to work. He's like, I mean, unless you count this 5-hour energy, if you got another one, I'll take. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way to work, bro. We're working graveyard. Where's work? I told him where work was. Oh, shit, I'm out here trying to get impaired drivers, bro. He's like, you need to slow it back, and that's $1,000 ticket. I'm like, ouch.
Woo.
Oh,
Yeah, just out of reaction. Just out of my cheapness. Once he said $1,000, oh, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
10 and 2.
and then I was just like, thank you because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just out of my cheapness, I was like, you're not going to write me. I was expecting this ticket.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it probably wouldn't have been $1,000 after give it to the lawyer and all that shit, but still, just my cheapness alone was like,
When
and he
I
let
was,
me off, and I was just like, but it's because I'm getting older. I got the CCW thing on my thing, and they know most of them aren't really.
Legit.
Well, no, most people look.
Brought
Dude,
you-
this is the thing with I know we get off the gun subject and shit, dude. But like with
Yeah, 'cause of vegan
CCW
Jeremy.
owners,
vegan Jeremy.
I know, fucking that motherfucker. But with CCWs, it's like, look, man, these people are taking the time to try to do the right thing. I mean, you're actually trying to take the time to register. You're taking classes. You're learning how to properly handle it. Most of the people with CCWs, they're not the dudes that are going to whip it. Hey, look at this. I just bought a new gun. Whip it out, flipping around. Those aren't the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Doing that shit.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's
Trying to
usually
throw
the
it.
guys that, like, fucking lied to Home Depot about getting a fucking chainsaw. Yeah, I know how to use a chainsaw.
That's
Look
funny.
at me. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what kind of idiot would do that.
He got home. He's all fucking, hey, babe, look at this shit. How many flips do you think I can get?
Juggling.
I'm going to turn this into a chair.
What kind of chair? You want a Game of Thrones chair or just a regular chair?
Gonna poke you.
So, I mean, I don't know, man.
With what you were saying and about the guy letting you go that day. With what I was just saying and calling Trumpers out, when I was a younger man, I used to get away with a lot of dumb shit. So cops have let me go. There's been plenty of cops in 2000, pre nobody gives a shit about racism. Shut up. There's plenty of cops that pulled me over that were like, what's the smell in here? Give me the weed. Stomp it out right in front and be like, you're an idiot. Please keep driving. I appreciate that. Thank you.
But that's the other thing. I guess that's weird now. Like, that's
I
the
could
other,
have got put into the system as a young man again and again and again. and it
I
would've
still
been bad.
remember that. So, like, even as now, I still, like, that's their final, like, reach is like, hey, step out the vehicle, let me check it. Like, please, let me get something on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was their always, like, maybe you left a pipe in the
That's
back
funny.
seat and forgot about it. Ooh, look what we got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're reaching, and I don't know, man. But right now, it's got to be rough, man, because you can't arrest everybody for everything like they used to.
And then I imagine you still got to make quotas.
From
and
another
shit.
podcast, a well-known one that's better than ours, I heard that they were saying about like LAPD, like they're not even arresting people for break-ins.
Ooh,
Like they break in the house, so like we really can't do nothing about it. Just kind of let them go. It's like
What's the cause behind it? Why aren't they doing it?
COVID and fucking.
Oh fuck! All right.
Yeah,
Just
dude, we can't. It's
understaffed.
like, we can't risk him to get COVID. Can't throw him in there. What?
I'm not about like defunding them or cracking on them about shit, but there's a lot
Well,
of times.
defunding anything is the stupidest idea.
Changing the subject. You guys know China's kicking ass in space right now?
Is that
So-
Oh,
right?
I heard they got some moon rocks and shit,
Yo,
dude.
they just went. So if today, what's today's date? Today is December 6th. It's Sunday.
6th.
I'm sorry.
The 6th?
And then so on Thursday,
Is it Sunday now?
on Thursday, they straight sent a robot. So we were sending people in the 60s and 70s.
We started off at
They
Saturday.
straight up are like, okay, NASA's done in America. We're going to do this shit. They sent a robot, and they're going to keep sending robots to Mars or to do stuff until they get all the trajectory and shit down to where it can land itself, and then we'll start shooting people with it, and we'll do it that way.
Not gonna
So-
lie, man. I've been trying
That's-
to get a meteorite fucking knife for a minute.
Hey, meteorite ring right here.
Oh, my man. Look at
Yes,
that.
sir.
Look at that.
Meteorite wedding ring, believe it. But yeah, so they're doing that, and then they plan on having a space station in space by 2022, something like in the movies that you live on. and that they'll be able to reach with like one of those Virgin.
Dude, America better step it
airline-
up because you know if that happens, China's like,
Done.
oh no, we fucking
Done.
no, yeah.
They put a flag on the
I
moon.
seen the Google thing.
NASA's going to the
So
moon soon
immediately when I saw
again.
that flag on the moon, I'm like,
Oh, you're declaring war.
and you know, and I'm like,
right.
so why do you feel that way? Because who owns the moon, dude?
Yeah,
Chill
but
back, kick back. It's
I guess
not owned by
there was
shit.
Whoa, whoa,
talk
whoa, whoa,
about
whoa.
it. It's
Hold up.
international.
Only
There's
America
no,
and
nobody,
Russia.
Uh-huh.
goes
Nobody
to the
can
moon.
own land.
We don't let these goddamn
That's what I'm
ornamentals.
saying. That whole space race. Like when
Yeah.
I was like, is that legal?
It's all right if you have two
Can they
whites.
do
Then you got some minorities in there, dude. Like I don't know about that shit.
Yeah, as soon as an ethnic
And then,
joins,
and
like,
then, and then Elon
nope,
Musk
nope.
is like, I'll build a fucking tunnel.
Yeah. I'll build
We'll put a
tunnel through
tube
that
right
big-
there from here to
so,
LA.
So when they landed, they got the rocks, like you said, and then the probe that drills like 6 feet into the ground. So they got rocks from the ground, but that drill
Rocks,
also
biatch.
was doing digital. What's the ground like? Are there caves in the moon? They did that shit also.
Like a
so
radar
like how
thing.
everybody, all those flat earthers say,
Whoa,
well, the
whoa,
moon's
whoa,
just
hold
a
on,
camera,
hold on.
a hollow thing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Flat
Now,
earthers are not
as
real.
exciting
They're
as
dumb.
this is,
Mm-hmm.
and as much as I love the new and explore, and we're exciting about this, you got to remember, those are the same motherfuckers. I don't know if it's exactly Chinese or Japanese, but it's Asians. Those are the same motherfuckers that are beating the fuck out of
Yes.
these whales and fucking dolphins in the ocean.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what
Baby
I'm saying?
seals and shit.
Yeah, dude. Like, oh, it's for research. Hey,
No-
hey, motherfucker.
Dolphins, yeah.
Like, so
I
let's
saw
not
that.
get too excited. Bro,
I saw
'cause,
that
like,
documentary called
So
The
what
Cove.
I'm saying is, they might go up there and start fracking the moon and shit, dude. And you notice, like,
funny.
hey, you know, like the tidal waves are getting really big.
Oh,
and the
oh.
moon's getting smaller and smaller.
China's made an artificial sun that will warm an area
Now-
as large as India.
I want to ask you: are you reading these
What?
articles? Because I saw that headline.
Thank you. So that article Cassie read for me, and so I'm
She
like,
broke it down to me in layman's
so
term.
because I was
Basically.
reading the first one. So I'm like, well, is it like a satellite and she's like, I don't know. So she read the article, and so
It's
it was
nuclear
kind of
reactor,
vague.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuclear powered.
So yeah, bro. They're
Which is
shooting-
scary because nuclear power. Well, I hear what they got it down now to like it's a little like it's not like it used to be.
What do you mean, like the waves?
Like so,
like
for
the
instance, like no. So for instance, like the nuclear power stations that we have now are from like the fucking 70s
Yeah.
and the 50s.
Yeah.
Alright.
And you know, there's not a whole lot of 50s and 70s cars on the road, right?
Yeah.
So these fucking power plants are like these 1950s cars
Uh-huh.
that we're just kind of like rebuilding and kind of keeping maintenance
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know what else to fucking do with them because we can't really shut them down because we didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah.
So now the new ones they're building, and this is an idiot fucking repeating it, but the new ones they're building, they're like safer because they're new technology. They got better technology. They got a better way
like
of
cleanliness.
Like-
whatever.
like
I guess
so
Russia
if something
didn't
were to
get the
happen, it's not
memo.
a fucking nuclear meltdown
Yeah.
like it was before,
Yeah.
like on The Simpsons and shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
dude. Russia has a nuclear power plant on a boat that's on the ocean.
Nice.
That's
So
not
we
nice,
just-
dude.
So,
That
no, we
shit-
just fuck
That's
us all,
cool.
bro.
No,
That's cool.
Yeah,
what
no.
did that shit
So,
say?
so this, look,
All the
so,
fucking-
so Japan had that Fukushima, their
Oh,
shit
yeah.
fucking and we're still getting fucking reactive shit coming over from.
That was the earthquake, though.
no, yeah,
the
the
earthquake
earthquake
happened.
kinda
broke
creates- yeah.
the
Open the
fucking
nuclear place.
Yeah,
yes.
but the whole point is
Yeah.
like we put that there. You know,
Yeah.
God and Jesus didn't put that there.
But God and Jesus made the ground shake. Now, don't you try to
Hey,
tell me
you want to hear
nothing
something
else.
so stupid, dude? I've been watching the shit on Hulu, Black Jesus.
Like Jesus, yeah, we used to watch that on
Three episodes. They got 3 seasons of Black Jesus.
Nice.
And goddamn, if that don't make me want to be a better person.
You ever watch
That
Black
is a
Jesus?
fucking great
Nope.
show, dude.
It's
so
a funny
episode
show.
season 1, because I thought it was hilarious, right? And I was preaching it to everyone, and they were like, "Oh, it could have been better." I'm like, "Bro, you can't go hard on the first season because if you want more seasons, you can't get canceled the first fucking season."
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's just fucking. Season 2 to me was the funniest one, and season 3 was good, but like it just sucked because Charlie Murphy was already passed away.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, and then now after that one is passed, like John Witherspoon's passed. You know what I'm saying? But season 2 is fucking. But just the shit that Jesus does on the show, it's just so funny, man. It just makes you want to. I don't know. It's just fucking hilarious, man. He's
It's
so
on
fucking
Hulu, you
funny.
said?
Yeah, man.
I'll have to
It's
get around to
It's
it.
underrated as a motherfucker, dude. And there's a lot of comedians on the show, dude.
Yeah, Corey. What's his name? Corey Holmes? Corey Combs?
Yeah,
Corey
yeah.
Holcomb. Corey Holcomb.
He plays Booney.
That guy, he's great.
Oh
He's,
my God.
He's a fucking terrible
He's the only one that
person.
stayed the.
He didn't change either?
He's the only one that stayed all 3 seasons.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say like a raunchy comedian. Because he is one of those guys that I think we had this conversation before. He auditioned for Wild 'N Out the first time.
Oh, really?
I think it was you. I think it was him telling it then. He auditioned the first time, and they were like, "Nah, dude, that's too rough." And he was like, "Oh, punk ass, pussy ass."
Yeah.
But
Hey, so like on
cast member
season 2
now.
and 3 of Hulu, it's uncensored.
Nice.
shit.
And
nice.
oh my God! And his mom is always, "You sorry fat ass."
Man.
And then they just dropping the N bombs. Are so fucking funny,
on,
bro.
on the Jesus show.
Oh man, and he's constantly getting swindled into shit. Like, Jesus, I got this blunt for you. Well, you know, Jesus, go ahead, go
Jesus
ahead.
does smoke weed.
Oh
That's
my
what he
God,
is.
it's so
Jesus
fucking
is down.
funny.
Jesus, he's the first one to light it up.
And he's like, in Pop's name, we do this
In
shit.
Pop's
oh
name.
my God, it's so funny, dude. Like this little like rib jabbers, dude.
I'm sorry, I keep turning around. I'm looking for
It's all
China's
good.
artificial sun.
So
Oh, just roll past me. No, it's cool.
no, we're good. I
No,
mean,
no.
We're an
No,
hour.
no. Just.
We're an hour deep.
It,
We're an hour deep.
what do we want to do, gentlemen?
I
man.
gotta go through this shit on video. It sucks, and I didn't clap to sync it up or nothing.
All
so
right.
it's
Oh, shit.
fucking horrible. That's too late. That's
my
that's
bad.
way fucking too late. Way too late. And I don't know if one of our videos won't get pulled down because that fucking that lower class brass song I didn't cut it out.
Oh, you didn't?
Can I
Oh,
play?
shit.
Can I play a comedian for us out? Can I
Yeah,
do like
dude.
30 seconds.
Fuck yeah.
I'd rather. You can if you want. If you say,
What were you
but
gonna say?
I'd rather promote one of our friends' bands.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Bring him up. Where's his music?
I can't because our phone's technically the camera.
Can I pick one?
Christ. No, we're promoting his friend's band.
I have my band.
You're not in it anymore. Why are you trying to get back in it?
What's the brand? What's the band's name?
I heard someone making phone calls about, hey,
What's the band's name?
either what are you on? You got to go on
Who do
like
you want to promote?
you can't. They're not on there. You have to go on like SoundCloud or Bandcamp or something.
All right, so we're listening to the joke, but let's let everybody
So
know.
I was just saying maybe like False Cause or Hard Pipe Hitters or Guilty by Association's on there. That's our friends. They have a song on there called Straight to Hell. It's fucking really great, and they're local Las Vegas, and we've been playing with those guys for a really long time, and
they're nice.
And well, not only they're nice, they're to me like one of the OG fucking bands in Vegas, and they're still fucking doing it. They're still touring. They're still relevant.
I have their vinyl
See,
album.
Adamar has their vinyl album.
It's orange. It's it's cool. They have this song. I forgot. They mentioned. I forget her name.
Go on YouTube or something, dude. Guilty by Association, Straight to Hell. It's on SoundCloud. You don't have a SoundCloud. You don't have a Bandcamp.
Those are all apps we could download. So
yeah.
Everybody out there listening, get these apps and look up these
They're
bands.
free apps that Google's tracking you with.
Are you not binging it, Corey?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you suck,
Boy,
dude.
you know what? You think
Google
Nadav was
knows
bad
it.
at Googling shit?
Yeah.
Nadav.
The
Oh,
dog.
sorry.
See, Straight to Hell. Is that it?
Yep. All right, folks.
Do you have a